Okay, so you say, well, Tobar, what did you do to fix your clutch? Now, you may have never encountered this problem with the clutch, but if you've ridden a lot of old bikes, and I mean really old bikes, then you may have encountered it. You might have had a different way of fixing it. But on the Honda, and the Honda's the only bike I've ever encountered this issue with, because that's mostly what I've ridden, there's about an inch grommet that goes into the input shaft into the side of the transmission. And over time, you can get dust and dirt and grime in there. It does have a dust cover on it, but it's not worth a crap dust cover. And like for me, I got my bike on a trailer, and road salt can get in there. When I say road salt, I mean the wet, briny kind, right? And it works its way in. Now, what we need is something to prevent rust or add lubrication. Adding lubrication is what I've always done, because you cannot get that grommet out. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I don't know how to do it, because it's an inch long. I think you gotta actually take the whole damn thing apart to get to it. But anyway, what I've always done in the past is, like on old bikes, I just lay them over and dump oil on it, intermittently, and it'll free it up. So I wanted to fix it correctly, and I didn't know exactly what to do. But after everything, that's the decision that I came to. So what I started doing is, when the engine was hot, metal will always draw oil to itself, to its hottest point. Like if this side of the metal's hotter and this side's colder, and you put oil over here, it will draw it to the hot side. It's like the laws of attraction or something, right? So anyway, I started spraying PB Blaster on it when it was hot. And of course, the inside of the engine is hotter, and it has drawn that oil up inside the crankcase. And I did this over time, right? I mean, I did it like over 3 20-mile rides, and then I could tell it was getting better right away. And then I went on a 200-mile ride, and I stopped twice during that ride and sprayed it. Now, on the way back, about 150 miles in, I realized that it was shifting all by itself again. And when I say all by itself, I mean, whenever you would go down to first gear like this, you would have to actually take your toe and put it under the shifter and pull it back up to the central position, and then shift up and push it back to central, shift up, push it back to central. You can ride like that, but it puts a lot of effort into it when you'd rather just shift and go, because you're much more fluid doing that. But it did work, and so far it's just keep running. So I'm going to continue to lube it. I think I'm going to continue to lube it at least once every time I ride all summer. And I bet you it does fine. Now this fall, instead of just putting a tarp over the bike where road salt can still come in the bottom of the tarp, I'm going to completely wrap that area so that the road salt can't get in anymore. And we'll see how it turns out, but I bet it'll turn out just fine. Isn't this a beautiful ride? But anyway, that's how I fixed my stuck clutch pedal, right? Not the hand lever, but the actual shifter. All right, you guys have a spectacular day.